Jehovah God and his dear son Jesus has set a beautiful example for each and every one of us in our dealing with women today. Because not everyone treats women the way they're supposed to be treated. And Jehovah is the one that sets the example, and his son follows that. You see, in this world that we're living in, according to what the Apostle Paul said in Ephesians chapter 4, he made this statement. He says, all of us should put away the old personality. The old personality means that you are number one in the house. You're some macho figure. We're not. You're not. As far as Jehovah is concerned, it says those sisters are the ones that Jehovah is asking us to take care of. Won't you please do that? And here's something else. When you think of those dear girls that are in our congregation, all of those sisters, can we train them to do different things? How about helping in the maintenance? And how about teaching them some machinery to repair certain things? I want you to consider this. At Ramapo, at this time, do you know all of those big machinery? 1/3 of the operators are sisters. Can they learn to do things like that? How about cutting grass at the Kingdom Hall? You, dear sisters, you can do that. Who cuts the grass at Warwick, where we're at? At Wallkill, at Pattison, at Fishkill. They're sisters that do that. And they can do that too. Please remember that.
Wow, mind blown. Apparently, women can do machinery. And we've just learned from John Wims, who's a Warwick Bethelite, we've just learned that women are capable of cutting grass. I mean, wow. You heard it here first, folks. You're welcome, I guess. But yeah, this is wisdom straight out of the Pure Worship Convention. Spiritual food at the proper time, I'm sure. So John Wims is taking us through the symposium item, Lessons from What Jesus Said, I Am He. He's basically basing his talk on the encounter between Jesus and the Samaritan woman. I've condensed it down to just a few clips. The whole talk is fascinating to listen to because poor John Wims, it's very, very clear that he has some very deeply entrenched misogynistic views, and yet his talk is kind of really desperately trying to give the opposite impression. He's trying to give the impression that Jehovah's Witnesses have this super progressive attitude when it comes to women. You heard him say there that there's this worldly mentality that the man needs to be a macho figure in the house, when in reality, it's not like that at all, and the women are to be treasured and valued. Well, he's alluding to verses in the Bible that literally say the head of every woman is the man. So he's being a bit disingenuous, really, in trying to represent differently the reality of what life is like for a woman in the Jehovah's Witness religion. If you are a woman in the Jehovah's Witness religion, men are your superiors. You're not allowed to teach in the congregation. You're not allowed anywhere near a platform unless it's to clean the darn thing or give a demonstration or an experience at the direction of a male speaker. How is that progressive? How is that honoring women? And to top it all off, he's giving this super condescending speech about how women should be taught machinery as though they're incapable of doing that, and how women should be cutting the grass more. And this is supposed to be wisdom from the faithful slave.